Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and tonight I'm bringing y'all the long-awaited review of the Muppets Mayhem. That's right. I know I was supposed to do this a couple days ago, but it doesn't matter. I'm here now, and before I get started, I'm gonna remind you guys to go ahead, hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this show, and follow us on all social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and I was about to say TikTok, but we're not on TikTok. But that might be coming soon. I don't know. I've been evaluating that. But anyway, all that said, let's go ahead and get into the review. The Muppets Mayhem. This is the latest Muppet series to premiere in general, and the latest, more importantly, the latest one to premiere on Disney Plus. This follows the band Electric Mayhem, who you may all know consists of Dr. Teeth, Janice, Animal, and all the Moot. What's it? They got who all is in the band? I forgot the rest of the Muppets that's in there, but yeah. So it focuses on that entire band, the Electric Mayhem, as they go to record their first studio album. Because believe it or not, as much as a popular band as Electric Mayhem is in the Muppet universe, and as well as our regular everyday, Muppet fandom, they've never actually released a studio album. So this follows a character named Nora, played by Lily Singh, and wow, her name is actually Nora Singh in the show, but her real name is Lily. That's very interesting. Follows her as she plans not only to get the band into the studio to make this album, but to bring them into the modern 21st century in terms of making the music, having the guests, doing the promo runs, the press tours, all that good stuff. And as well as trying to get her way up to the top. And her record company, because the company she works for is about to shut down because they're just not doing a lot of sales and they don't really have that many artists to really put out stuff. So again, she kind of goes in and she says, "Hey, we signed Electric Mayhem. They've never dropped the album. They owe us an album. Let's get this album and save this record label and get me to be a big wig in the in the area." Like let's get my name up there so I can actually keep my job, be this music exec that I've always wanted to be. And again, like I said, we get to have this band drop their first album and be like insanely popular. So this show also stars Taj Mowry, which many of you may remember from Smart Guy, Smart Guy, Smart Guy. Do. Yeah, I hadn't seen the theme song because that's what I think about every time I see Taj Mowry, Tia Tamara's little brother. He's in this show. He plays Moog, who is a longtime Electric Mayhem roadie, biggest fan. And he's literally been to all their shows, or has he? Big question and serious. But he's been to all their shows. He knows all their songs, and he ends up playing a big part in helping them create this album, as well as being a potential love interest. Maybe, I don't know. This also stars Sarah Chaudhry as Hannah Singh, who is Lily's sister, who is Nora's sister. I said Lily, but I meant to say Nora. Anders Holm is JJ, a rival exec who may also have had a long ago fling with Nora. And it has a whole bunch of cameos from people like in true Muppets fashion, lots of cameos from people like Kevin Smith to Lil Nas X to I'm trying not to spoil this one big one, so I was going dancing around all the of the cameos that had. I'm trying to think. They had Dead Mouse in there. They had Zed in there. They had a couple other musicians and just famous people in there. Danny Trejo, of course. For those of you who don't know, who aren't like in the big Muppet fandom, Danny Trejo makes it into as many Muppet properties as he possibly can. He's like the biggest Muppets fan, and he a cameo in there a lot. He always cameos in a lot of Muppet things. And there's also, like I said, there's a special cameo in there that I don't want to spoil for you because it's so funny the way that this cameo is set in this show. It's really funny. You won't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. So I'm not gonna spoil that one for you, but definitely watch it. And it's in the same episode that Kevin Smith was in. So that's a good hint as to which episode you should watch. But yeah, so this show it's really okay. So for context sake, I thoroughly enjoy the Muppets. I love the Muppets. I think the Muppets are because I like puppets. First of all, I like puppets, and the Muppets are just like so iconic, right? Like everything from the Sesame Street gang down to the Muppets crew. I think that even a little bit of Fraggle Rock. I absolutely adore Jim Henson's creation. And I think that this show, because we've been in a little bit of a drought with the Muppets, right? Like they've had like a lot of hit or miss things out there. They haven't always been so prominent. And then you've for people who pay attention to things like this, we've had the whole voice switch for Kermit, or performer switch for Kermit rather. And so I don't know, it's just been like in a weird state of like, okay, there's good ideas with the Muppets, but not every idea is a great idea, and some things don't capture the spirit of the Muppets. So it's always been something like, how do you keep the Muppets relevant? Because they're such a household thing. Like you can have Kermit the Frog or Miss Piggy or Gonzo or Animal or anybody really pop up. Big Bird, Snuffleupagus, Elmo, Cookie Monster. Come on, go down the list of actual Muppets. You have them appear anywhere, and it's like they're not treated just as puppets. Like like there's puppeteers under there. They're treated as if they're actual celebrities, like actual people that you could actually like. And granted, technically, yes, you can actually meet these characters and shake their hands and blah 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 blah. But it's like you tend to completely ignore the fact that there is a person that's operating this puppet. Like even in behind the scenes stuff, when you see a person there, I'll look at the person, but I'm just like, wow, like look at that Muppet. Like that's so iconic. That's so great. It's just amazing to me, right? So I am definitely on the class. And then just outside of that, that Muppet humor is just so funny when it's done right. When it's given a chance to really shine. And I feel like this show gives the Muppets that chance to shine by focusing on Electric Mayhem. That's the crazy thing about it. There's no Kermit in here. No, Kermit does not make an appearance. Miss Piggy doesn't make an appearance. They mention them, but they don't make an appearance. I think the only Muppets outside of Electric Mayhem and a few other Muppets just exclusive to the show, I think the only Muppets like long time Muppets that make an appearance are Stoller and Waldorf, the two old guys that go, oh, look at that, I hate being here. Well, I do too. Like they'd be roasting the hell out of everything. They do make an appearance in here, but other than that, I don't really think any other Muppets make an appearance, which is great. I mean, it's cool because this kind of gives you a lot to work with Electric Mayhem. Like you don't really see these characters do much outside of either playing music or they might have a couple of one-liners, right? Like they give these characters depth. Like you find out a lot about Animal. You find out a lot about Floyd, right? Like you didn't even know Floyd had a name. You find you find out a lot about Dr. Teeth. You find out a lot about every single member in the band. And that to me is really funny because like I said, this is untapped potential. So they give them all these backstories and these character traits and these different types of things. And it's like, wow, that's really funny that they've done that. And it's so cool spending so much time with these characters. I wish my phone would stop doing this. It's got this weird accidental touch protection, but that's none of y'all business. But anyway, it's really fun to really see that to really see sides of these Muppets. Animal was fun. Animal does have a lot of great lines and not lines, a lot of great moments in here. Dr. Teeth has some great moments, and you really just, again, you really just get to feel the energy from these characters. You get to feel how great they are. You get to have so much fun spending time with them. You see their vibe. It's like, okay, I see why you guys are a band, why you guys stick together, and why you guys have so much fun. And they even explore, well, what if they did become more modern? Like, would that tear them apart? Would that be different? Like, how would they be if they got out into the world, like actually got out into the world and like, you know, updated with stuff? Like they're like a 70s band that this series is like taking 70s band and putting them into modern day, right? And one episode, string of episodes actually in particular, it's really fun that they do that. But yeah, this show I really like it. And Taj Mowry's character, he's really funny. You know, the human characters in this are funny. They do have interesting stories, great stories. Of course, there's the romance plot that, you know, is very obvious from like the moment the show introduces these two characters to each other. But it's still really heartfelt, it's still really sweet. Um, you know, even certain moments with the Muppets, with the Muppet characters that you get in the show, you know, it's just really fun. The puppeteering is amazing. Um, yeah, and the songs are catchy too. Oh man, some of the songs are catchy. Especially that theme song is catchy. I still have it in my head. Now that I mention it, but it's really fun. You know, it like I said, it has that spirit of the Muppets. It kind of, if I were to, because I wasn't someone who like watched all of the original Muppet show, but I've seen some episodes there. I've seen, you know, the Muppet movies. I've seen practically all of them. Um, I would say this kind of resembles that 2011 Muppets movie where it's like, okay, this is a nice return for the Muppets. This is a nice, you know, it has this good balance of like, you know, classic feeling jokes, like jokes that just felt like they're classic. They just feel like, you know, hey, these are classic jokes. Like this is a classic Muppet moment. To modern jokes, it's like, you know, it doesn't like rely too much on pop culture, but you like, okay, this is definitely something that these characters would do. So it's really fun. It's a nice show. I can't say that enough. I really do enjoy the show. There's an episode where Dr. T's family comes in and his mom looks at Floyd and every time she says, Floyd, and Floyd goes, ma'am. It's just because she resents him, and you get to see why she doesn't like him very much. And you get to see how Floyd just keeps it cool the whole time. She's like hello, everybody. Floyd, ma'am. He does it just like that. It's so funny. It's like, I was like, wow, she really hates him. But it's very funny, like just little moments like that. And you know, of course, you know, you got Animal as your main, you know, comedic relief with everything. You know, you got your other, you know, other members that do their shtick. So it's really, really funny. But all in all, I say that this was an enjoyable show though. It was very enjoyable. It all came out at once on May 10th. Um, and so it's all there, all bingeable, all episodes drop same day. So yeah, you could definitely shoot through this. Each episode's about 30 minutes long. Um, and yeah, it's fun. It's a fun watch. You know, like I said, I definitely enjoyed myself watching it. I definitely found myself invested in the story, and I found myself getting a lot of good laughs from it. So it was really cool. It was really fun to see that Disney finally found something interesting to do with the Muppets. Um, you know, because they tried some things, but it was just like, well, why don't you just try an actual show, like an actual thing that can actually just be there and exist and be fun? And that's what they have with this. So I do hope to see more Muppet content similar to this because I think that this is the route that you need to go. I hope that this gets a season two. I would love to see more of this. I would honestly, I would absolutely love to see more of this. I do plan on giving it a rewatch very soon, just because it's that much fun to watch, and I can't get enough of seeing the Muppets on screen. So, um, yeah, it's a very fun show. Um, Overall, I would give this on a scale of 1 to 5, like we always do here. Um, I give it 4. I give it 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 stars. You know, like, oh, Charlemagne the God even makes an appearance in here, and that's a funny little moment too with Charlemagne in there. So, um, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. 4 out of 5 stars. It's a fun show to watch. It's very enjoyable. You know, I definitely excuse me, I don't mean for y'all to hear that. But it's definitely a lot of fun to watch. And yeah, you know, you can get through it in about a day or two if you want to binge it. But if not, you know, you can go day by day with it, and it's definitely still a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, that's all I have for you guys though. So Muppet Mayhem. On Disney Plus, now streaming all episodes. It's there. Definitely make sure you guys check it out. If you wanted some good, if you're a Muppet fan, I think you will enjoy this a lot. I have not heard anything bad about it. Matter of fact, I didn't even. Oh, I wish this accidental touch protection go to hell. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But yeah. So review wise, ratings wise, this has, I just saw it. This has an 82% on Rotten Tomatoes and 8.1 on IMDb. I already told you I'd give it 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, it's enjoyable. And I agree with 82%. And I agree with 8.1. So definitely make sure you check it out. Muppets Mayhem on Disney Plus now streaming. Give it a watch, enjoy yourself. Before I go, there's one episode where it's like they all just they all just trip out. It's like and they play with different animation styles or different forms of media there, but they all trip out because they ate bad marshmallows. But that's definitely just the way, because they couldn't have them all sit around and they're in the desert at that. They couldn't have them do drugs and nothing like that. So expired marshmallows gave them these psychedelic hallucinations, and they all got to these different realizations and stuff like that. Very, very fun episode to watch. It's just fun. The show is fun. Okay, the show is fun. My 2 favorite episodes is that one and the one I just mentioned, and the Kevin Smith episode where they're trying to make the documentary. Those are my 2 favorite episodes, honestly. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I gotta say though. But so thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check out Muppets Mayhem now streaming on Disney Plus. And make sure that you continue to stay tuned to the channel. More content is coming. I do have I announced this on Twitter earlier. I do have a special video coming that I'm going to be working on. I'm actually working on that now, trying to get it together and everything. So I have a very special video coming. I think you guys will really enjoy it. Yeah, and you'll hear more about that when the video drops. So until then, though, don't forget to hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. And until next time, you guys stay cool, be easy, stay breezy. Peace. Animal.